What did you do to prepare for this Best Warrior competition?
So I actually prepared by, my state put me on orders for about 2 months, and they actually hooked me up with Master Sergeant Homer, who is our state's senior SARTS NCOIC. And he, being like an ex-Special Forces ODA and very, very qualified in his field, he ran me through all the things that he could possibly think of, all the scenarios. We did a bunch of shooting just because that is a specialty of his and something that I really wanted to improve upon. And in general, we were able to really knock out a lot that was actually a part of this competition.
All right, is there anything you did personally by yourself, maybe?
Myself personally, I actually went through and just did as much studying as possible. I went to the gym quite a bit, worked out as much as possible, did a lot of running just to kind of improve form and improve time. And other than that, really, that was what I did as an individual.
Best Warrior, pretty rigorous competition, right? It takes a lot of stamina, mental toughness. What made you want to do this?
So I originally didn't think that I would ever get this far in the competition, especially like not knowing what Best Warrior was exactly. So I actually tried out for the brigade one just because it was kind of advertised. I thought, hey, this could be a time to be like high speed, kind of maybe get a little bit recognition inside the unit given how new I am, and S6 isn't really a huge kind of well-liked section within my unit. And I don't know, from state on it just kind of took off to a level that I never thought that I would ever achieve, and I'm super happy that I've been able to make it this far.
All right, that's awesome, man. How's the overall experience been, Best Warrior competition here in Oklahoma?
It's been great, honestly. There's a lot of camaraderie, like within all the soldiers, within all the NCOs, mixed and mingled, and I couldn't have asked for a better group of competitors, a better competition. I mean, we're going through a bunch of different soldier tasks and drills, and really it's just kind of basic stuff that we happen to know really well and be very advanced on.
Okay. Outside the competition, how's the visit to Oklahoma been?
The visit to Oklahoma has been, it's been pretty interesting to say the least. I mean, we did go to the Murrah Museum, and it was kind of hard, just kind of, because I had never really known about it, never really had any context for it, but going through that museum, being able to go to the memorial, it was kind of hard not kind of fighting back those tears and not showing that kind of emotion to the other competitors.
And over these all these different Best Warrior competitions you've had to go through just to get to this point, what's the lesson, most valuable lesson you've learned?
The most valuable lesson that I've learned throughout these competitions has definitely been trusting your indomitable spirit. There's a lot of times where like things can get you down, you may mess up in an event, you may really just flub up on anything, but trusting yourself that you're going to be able to overcome that, keep moving forward, and then actually be able to perform well on different tasks in the future. That's been something that I kind of knew beforehand, but I really matured in it throughout these competitions.
Well, what's it going to be like for you if you win?
If I do win, I think it's going to be a hell of a time. I can't wait if I do. If not, then I've still got a bunch lined up back in the state to where I couldn't ask for a better kind of pre-deployment experience.
All right. Could you reiterate that answer and like maybe just say it's like a good time if you don't mind? That's all right.
Sorry.
All right. So how would you feel if you actually won the competition?
If I won, it'd be an awesome time. Just because, I mean, the training that I would get at Fort Benning would be awesome. It would greatly help me to improve as a soldier. It would be an honor to represent the National Guard. But if I don't win, then I've still got stuff lined up for me back in Utah to where I would be happy either way. And then come March, be able to head off for my first deployment.
Awesome, Specialist. What do you got there, Sergeant?
All right, just got a couple questions for Specialist Allen. First off, can you get your title again, please, at your home station?
So my title is Specialist Brenden Allen of Logan, Utah.
Right, what is your job title? I'm sorry.
Oh.
11 Bane, or what was it?
No, so I'm a 25 uniform support signal system specialist.
So what does that mean to the civilian population? Like grandma, if you told your grandma what you do for a living.
So I'm kind of a jack of all trades in terms of really anything that has to deal with radios, IT, anything technological.
Thank you. And what is your unit, please, back in Utah?
So my unit is the 1st Battalion, 211th Aviation, 1st Battalion, 211th Attack Reconnaissance Battalion.
Copy that. Very well. All right, so basic question, how do you think you're doing so far?
I would hope that I'm in the top 3, but I can't really say for sure just because the competition this year is just so incredibly tight, and couldn't ask for a better competition in order to push me that way.
Very well. And you just had a long day of physical activity, followed by a board interview, and now you're being interviewed by a bunch of PA types here. So how does it feel to switch gears and do something that's challenging you mentally, as opposed to the physicality part of it?
It's something that I've kind of been just kind of waiting for, just because I feel like I'm a lot stronger in terms of the mental aspects rather than the actual physical ones. That's why I prepared so much in terms of like the physical portions, just so I could kind of make up that difference.
Copy that. All right. And I know you have limited knowledge of the future events, but what part of the competition are you looking forward to the most, and why? If it was this, that's fine.
No. Definitely the rappel tower. Just because for me, I'm someone who's always kind of been afraid of heights, but going down on a rappel or different things of that sort, I always have fun. I always get to kind of have a smile on my face and then carry that on for the rest of the time.
Right. And what competition do you think you like the least, and how do you plan on overcoming any of those challenges?
The one that I'll definitely like the least is the ruck march, just because for me, even though I can go in with a game plan, it's still going to be physically taxing. It's still going to be needing a lot of mental endurance to kind of push yourself forward. But I think given how I'm planning for compensating for all that, for kind of getting me the speed necessary in order to hopefully place in the top half maybe of the competition, I think that I think that my game plans will work out really well.
Okay. All right, one last question. What do you think it says about today's Army National Guard that citizen soldiers like you and your competitors are here right now competing at the same level as your Army counterparts, you know, the reserves and active duty? What do you think that says about the Army National Guard?
I think that says that in general, we're all soldiers of the same caliber. Even though some of us guardsmen may not be full-time, even though we might be M-Day, just weekend warriors type deal, I think we still have a lot to bring forward to the Army and kind of the overall force in general that really we can't be replaced no matter what.